Hello everyone watching, good evening. This episode is a super practical travel guide I've been preparing for a long time. Whether you're a newbie just stepping into the travel world or a seasoned traveler who has visited dozens of countries, the 6 fantastic tourist destinations I'm about to share with you will definitely make you want to pull out your suitcase and book a flight right away. These 6 places cover historical wonders, natural secrets, love monuments, and cultural treasures. Each has stood the test of time, and every view will make you sincerely exclaim, "The world is so beautiful." Visiting one is enough to talk about with friends for a long time, and visiting more than 3 will definitely make you the recognized top travel expert in your circle of friends. Without further ado, let's immediately start this global virtual tour and experience the unique charm of these 6 places together. First of all, I strongly recommend China's national treasure attraction, the Great Wall. Some of you might think, who hasn't heard of the Great Wall? It's just a series of city walls, right? But I want to say that only when you stand on the Great Wall in person can you truly understand what it means to be too shocked to put into words, and the heroic spirit of he who does not reach the Great Wall is not a true man. The Great Wall is by no means just a city wall in the simple sense. It is an immortal miracle in the history of human architecture, a spiritual symbol of the Chinese nation, and a pride and glory deeply etched in our blood. First built during the Spring and Autumn and Warring States periods, the Great Wall has undergone more than 2,000 years of construction and renovation. Like a vigorous giant dragon, it winds through the mountains and ridges of China, starting from Shanhaiguan in Hebei province in the east and ending at Jiaguan in Gansu province in the west, with a total length of over 20,000 kilometers spanning 15 provinces, municipalities directly under the central government, and autonomous regions. Imagine that in ancient times without cranes or reinforced concrete. The ancients relied solely on human labor to transport huge stones weighing thousands of caddies to mountain tops thousands of meters above sea level and build this miles-long defense project. This perseverance and extraordinary wisdom are truly awe-inspiring. These perseverance and extraordinary wisdom are truly awe-inspiring. Standing on the beacon tower of the Great Wall, touching the smooth and warm city bricks polished by time, you can still clearly see the marks left by the craftsmen back then, as if traveling back 1,000 years in an instant. The resolute figures of garrison soldiers guarding the border emerge before your eyes, and their shouts and homesickness echo in your ears. Many friends will hesitate which section of the Great Wall to choose when planning a trip. Today, I'll analyze it in detail for you, so friends with different needs can choose as they like. If you're visiting the Great Wall for the first time and want to experience the most classic grandeur, Beiding Great Wall is definitely your best choice. It is the best preserved and most famous section of the Ming Great Wall, with tall and solid city walls, regular steps, complete supporting facilities, and convenient transportation, making it very suitable for traveling with the elderly or children. Standing at the highest point of Beiding, looking far into the distance, the Great Wall looks like a golden giant dragon coiled on the top of the mountains, with undulating mountains and lingering clouds and mist. That heroic feeling of climb to the top and see all the small mountains will definitely make your blood boil instantly. If you prefer a more primitive Great Wall with the vicissitudes of life, don't miss Jinshanling Great Wall. Known as a paradise for photographers, Jinshanling Great Wall's city walls are built along the mountain terrain, winding and tortuous with dense and diverse watchtowers. Without excessive commercial modification, it completely retains the most authentic appearance of the Great Wall. Especially at sunrise or sunset, the sun shines on the city bricks, covering the ancient city walls with a warm golden light. Clouds and mist linger slowly in the valleys, and the distant mountains loom in the mist. Every random shot is a stunning photo without filters, and every frame is as touching as a carefully painted oil painting. When I went to Jinshanling last time, I got up early on purpose to wait for the sunrise. When the first ray of sunlight broke through the clouds and illuminated the Great Wall, I couldn't help shedding tears of emotion. That extreme beauty is beyond the precise description of words and can only be deeply experienced personally. there's also Millennia Great Wall, which is characterized by extremely high vegetation coverage and different scenery in 4 seasons. Peach blossoms bloom brilliantly in spring. Green trees provide dense shade in summer. Red leaves cover the mountains in autumn, and it's covered in white snow in winter, earning it the reputation of the most beautiful Great Wall. The slope of Millennia city walls is relatively gentle, making it not too strenuous to climb, and there are fewer tourists than Badaling, offering a more comfortable travel experience. If you want to avoid crowds and quietly feel the tranquility of the Great Wall, Millennia is definitely an excellent choice. I suggest you take the cable car up the mountain and then walk down, enjoying the scenery along the way, feeling the fresh mountain breeze, and listening to the crisp singing of birds in the forest. That comfortable and free feeling is really refreshing. In addition to these 3 most famous sections, there are also Simatayi Great Wall, Jonko Great Wall, etc., each with its own unique charm. Simatayi Great Wall is famous for its danger, with steep city walls and rugged terrain suitable for friends who like to challenge themselves. Jonko Great Wall is more primitive, without much manual renovation, full of wild natural beauty. But the climbing difficulty is relatively high, so everyone must pay attention to safety. I also have a few practical tips to share with you for traveling to the Great Wall. First, be sure to wear comfortable sports shoes, because the steps of the Great Wall are uneven and scattered, and climbing is quite tiring for the feet. Second, take sun protection and hydration measures. The ultraviolet intensity on the mountaintop is very high, and the wind is strong, making it easy to get sunburned or dehydrated. Third, try to avoid traveling on holidays and weekends. Otherwise, what you see may not be the magnificent scenery of the Great Wall, but a crowded scene. Fourth, you can carry some snacks and drinking water with you. The prices on the mountaintop are relatively high, so preparing your own is more cost-effective. In fact, the beauty of the Great Wall lies not only in its grandeur but also in the profound history and culture it carries. It has witnessed the ups and downs of the Chinese nation, carried the family and country feelings of countless Chinese people, and is an irreplaceable spiritual symbol of our nation. As a Chinese person, you must visit the Great Wall once in your life to personally feel this pride and glory etched in your bones. When you stand on the Great Wall and overlook the magnificent rivers and mountains of the motherland, you will find that all troubles become insignificant, and your heart is filled with deep emotion and awe. Next, I'll introduce you to the only ancient building among the 7 wonders of the world that has been preserved to this day, the Giza Pyramids in Egypt. When it comes to Egypt, the first image that comes to everyone's mind must be the pyramids standing in the desert and the mysterious Sphinx. Located about 10 kilometers southwest of Cairo, the capital of Egypt, on the Giza Plateau, the Giza Pyramids consist of the Great Pyramid of Khufu, the Pyramid of Khafre, the Pyramid of Menkaure, and the Sphinx. They are the tombs of ancient Egyptian pharaohs and brilliant symbols of ancient Egyptian civilization, with a history of more than 5,000 years. When I first stood at the foot of the Giza Pyramids, that soul-stirring feeling is something I will never forget for a lifetime. The Great Pyramid of Khufu is the largest in the Giza Pyramid complex and the largest existing pyramid in the world. Its original height was 146.59 meters, and after thousands of years of weathering and erosion, its current height is still 138.8 meters. With a base side length of about 230 meters, built with 2.3 million huge stones. Each stone weighs between 2.5 tons and 15 tons, and the heaviest even reaches 160 tons. Imagine that more than 5,000 years ago, without any modern construction tools, how did the ancient Egyptians transport these huge stones from distant quarries here and stack them accurately into a pyramid over 140 meters high? This remains an unsolved eternal mystery, adding a mysterious color to the pyramids. Approaching the Great Pyramid of Khufu, you will be overwhelmed by its majestic momentum. The huge stones are neatly arranged, and the gaps between the stones are so tight that not even a piece of paper can be inserted. This exquisite craftsmanship is amazing even in today's technologically advanced era. If you have enough courage, you can walk into the passage inside the pyramid to the pharaoh's burial chamber. The passage is very narrow, only allowing one person to walk bent over, and it's pitch black inside with only faint lights providing illumination. The air is filled with the smell of ancient dust, making you feel as if you are traveling through 5,000 years of time and having a mysterious dialogue with the ancient Egyptian pharaohs across the millennium. However, it should be reminded that the passage is relatively stuffy and the steps are steep and slippery. Friends with claustrophobia are better not to try. Next to the Great Pyramid of Khufu is the Pyramid of Khafre, which is second only to Khufu's pyramid in height. Because it is built on a higher terrain, it seems taller than the Great Pyramid of Khufu when viewed from a distance. Next to the Pyramid of Khafre is the famous Sphinx, which is 20 meters high, 57 meters long, and 4.2 meters wide at the face, carved from a single piece of natural rock. The head of the Sphinx is a portrait of the ancient Egyptian pharaoh Khafre, and the body is that of a lion, symbolizing the pharaoh's supreme power and majesty. After thousands of years of wind and rain erosion, the face of the Sphinx has become somewhat blurred, but its solemnity and mystery are still clearly visible. Legend has it that the Sphinx's nose was blown off by cannon fire during Napoleon's era. But there are other different claims, which remain an unsolved mystery to this day. Standing on the Giza Plateau, staring at these three huge pyramids and the mysterious Sphinx, bathed in the scorching Egyptian sun, you will feel an unprecedented sense of peace and shock. Surrounded by an endless desert, the wind blows over the sand dunes, making a rustling sound as if whispering the glory and vicissitudes of ancient Egyptian civilization. Here, time seems to stand still. You can calm down, feel the mystery and grandeur of ancient Egyptian civilization. And imagine that more than 5,000 years ago, the ancient Egyptians held grand sacrificial ceremonies here, and the pharaohs rested in this magnificent tomb with a longing for eternal life. These tips must be kept in mind when traveling to the Giza Pyramids. First, the best travel time is from November to February of the following year. During this period, the weather in Egypt is relatively cool, very suitable for traveling. In summer, the temperature in Egypt is extremely high, reaching over 40 degrees Celsius, making it easy to suffer from heat stroke. Second, be sure to take comprehensive sun protection measures, wear a wide-brimmed hat, apply high-factor sunscreen, and wear long-sleeved clothes because the ultraviolet intensity in the desert is very strong. Third, don't easily trust locals who take the initiative to guide you or take photos for you by the road. Most of them want to ask for tips. Fourth, entering the pyramid requires a separate ticket, and the number of places is limited every day, so it's recommended to queue up early to buy. Fifth, you can choose to ride a camel to visit the pyramids, which is a very special experience. But be sure to negotiate the price with the camel owner in advance to avoid being overcharged. The mystery and grandeur of the Giza Pyramids cannot be accurately described in words. It is not only a building but also a thick historical book, recording the glory and legend of ancient Egyptian civilization. If you are interested in history and mysterious ancient civilizations, the Giza Pyramids are definitely a must-visit place in your life. Here, you will deeply feel the insignificance and greatness of human beings and gain a new understanding and perception of the world. When it comes to love, we have to mention the Taj Mahal in India. It is a mausoleum built by Shah Jahan, the fifth emperor of the Mughal Empire, to commemorate his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal. It is one of the greatest love buildings in the world and the most representative tourist attraction in India. The beauty of the Taj Mahal is a gentle yet soul-stirring beauty, a beauty that makes people willingly indulge in it. Like a frozen lyric poem and a three-dimensional magnificent painting, it writes a thousand-year love epic with pure white marble. Located in Agra, Uttar Pradesh, India, the Taj Mahal was first built in 1631 and took 22 years to complete, employing more than 20,000 craftsmen and consuming a lot of manpower, material resources, and financial resources. The entire building is made of pure white marble, and the complex consists of a forecourt, a main gate, a Mughal garden, the main mausoleum, and a mosque. with a symmetrical and harmonious layout and exquisite design. Every detail highlights the superb architectural art of the Mughal Empire. When you walk into the main gate of the Taj Mahal, the first thing you'll see is a huge Mughal garden. The garden is rectangular with a long pool in the middle and neat trees and bright flowers planted on both sides of the pool. Walking slowly along the pool, the main building of the Taj Mahal will gradually appear in front of you. Standing on a high platform, the pure white marble shimmers in the sun. Like a palace floating on the water, so beautiful that it takes your breath away. The main building of the Taj Mahal is a square mausoleum, with a slender minaret at each of the four corners, known as minarets. The minarets are 41 meters high and slightly inclined outward. It is said that this design is to protect the main building from damage in the event of an earthquake. The front of the mausoleum is a huge archway, above which are exquisitely carved Quranic verses, with beautiful and fluent fonts and exquisite craftsmanship. Walking into the mausoleum, you will be deeply shocked by its luxury and refinement. In the center of the mausoleum are the sarcophagi of Shah Jahan and his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal, inlaid with various precious gemstones such as rubies, sapphires, and jadites, with exquisite patterns and dazzling colors. The walls and ceiling of the mausoleum are covered with exquisite reliefs and inlaid paintings, mostly depicting flowers, plants, and geometric patterns, each vivid and lifelike, worthy of being rare works of art. The light inside the mausoleum is relatively dim, with only a small amount of light coming through the archways and windows, creating a solemn atmosphere that makes people involuntarily slow down and calm down to feel this great and profound love. The beauty of the Taj Mahal presents completely different charms at different times and under different lights. In the early morning, when the first ray of sunlight shines on the white marble of the Taj Mahal, it takes on a light pink color, gentle and romantic like a shy girl. At noon, the sun shines directly down, making the Taj Mahal as white as snow, dazzling and highlighting its solemnity and sacredness. At dusk, the afterglow of the setting sun covers the Taj Mahal with a golden light, presenting a warm golden color, romantic and beautiful, making people indulge in it. At night, when the bright moonlight shines on the Taj Mahal, it takes on a silver luster, mysterious and peaceful, as if traveling through a long time and space. I suggest you stay at the Taj Mahal for a whole day to experience its unique beauty at different times. Believe me, every moment will bring you unexpected surprises and emotions. There is also a touching love story about the Taj Mahal. It is said that Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal loved each other deeply. Mumtaz Mahal accompanied Shah Jahan on his military campaigns and gave birth to 14 children for him, but unfortunately passed away after giving birth to the 14th child. Shah Jahan was overwhelmed with grief. To commemorate his beloved wife, he decided to build the most beautiful mausoleum in the world. During the construction of the Taj Mahal, Shah Jahan personally participated in the design, demanding excellence in every detail and striving for perfection. After the Taj Mahal was completed, Shah Jahan visited his wife's tomb every day. Later, his son launched a coup to seize the throne and imprison him in a tower of the Agra fort, from where Shah Jahan could see the Taj Mahal in the distance. During his 8-year imprisonment, Shah Jahan stared at the Taj Mahal through the window every day, recalling the beautiful times with his beloved wife, and finally passed away. In endless sorrow and longing, his body was buried next to Mumtaz Mahal's sarcophagus, fulfilling the beautiful wish of sleeping together in life and being buried in the same cave in death. These precautions must be understood when traveling to the Taj Mahal. First, the Taj Mahal is open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. and is closed every Friday. It is recommended to arrive early to avoid the peak period of tour groups. Second, strict security checks are required to enter the Taj Mahal. Food, drinks, cigarettes, and other items are not allowed, and you can check them in at the left luggage office at the entrance. Third, dress appropriately when visiting the Taj Mahal. Shorts, miniskirts, sleeveless tops, and other revealing clothes are not allowed. It is recommended to wear long pants and long-sleeved tops. Fourth, photography is not allowed inside the Taj Mahal, but you can take photos freely outside. Fifth, the temperature in Agra is relatively high, so be sure to take sun protection and hydration measures to avoid heat stroke. The beauty of the Taj Mahal lies not only in its exquisite architectural art, but also in the great love it carries. It is an eternal monument to love, witnessing the deep affection between Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal. If you believe in love and yearn for romance, the Taj Mahal is definitely a must-visit place in your life. Here, you will deeply feel the beauty and greatness of love and gain a new understanding and perception of love. Next, I'll recommend Rome, Italy, known as the Eternal City. As a famous saying goes, Rome was not built in a day, which perfectly interprets Rome's profound historical heritage and unique charm. As the capital of Italy and one of the oldest cities in the world, Rome has a long history of more than 2,000 years. It was once the capital of the Roman Empire, witnessing the glory and decline of the Roman Empire. Today's Rome is like a huge open-air museum, where ancient relics and modern buildings complement each other and history and modernity blend perfectly. Every street and every building is full of intriguing stories. When you come to Rome, you will find that there are so many attractions that you will be dazzled, and each is worth taking the time to savor carefully. The first place you must visit is undoubtedly the Colosseum. It is one of the most famous buildings of the Roman Empire and the largest circular amphitheater in the world. Built between 72 AD and 82 AD, capable of holding more than 50,000 spectators. The Colosseum has an elliptical appearance built of concrete and stone with 4 floors, each decorated with different column styles, looking extremely magnificent. Standing outside the Colosseum, you will be deeply shocked by its huge scale. Imagine that more than 2,000 years ago. This was a place where gladiators fought bloody battles and audiences cheered. Today, although only ruins remain, you can still feel the glory and cruelty of that year. Walking into the Colosseum, you will see huge stairs and seats, which were divided according to the social status of the audience. Nobles and the rich sat in the front seats, while commoners and slaves sat in the back. In the center of the Colosseum is a huge arena where gladiators fought with beasts or each other back then. Today, the floor of the arena has been removed, revealing the underground structure below, which includes passages, cages, and lifting machinery. It was through these machines that beasts and gladiators were sent to the arena. Back then, standing inside the Colosseum, closing your eyes, you can almost hear the shouts of gladiators, the roars of beasts, and the cheers of the audience. That immersive feeling is really amazing. Next to the Colosseum are the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill, which were the political, economic, and cultural centers of the Roman Empire and one of the oldest relics in Rome. The Roman Forum was once the central square of Rome, surrounded by important buildings such as the Senate, temples, and archives. Today, although only some ruins remain, you can still see its grand scale back then. Palatine Hill is one of the 7 hills of Rome and the birthplace of the city of Rome. Legend has it that Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome, were raised by a she-wolf here. Climbing Palatine Hill, you can overlook the entire Roman Forum and Colosseum and enjoy the magnificent scenery of Rome. Next, let's go to the Pantheon. It is one of the most famous temples of the Roman Empire. Built between 118 AD and 125 AD to commemorate all the gods of the Roman Empire. The Pantheon has a rectangular appearance with a huge colonnade at the front, composed of 16 huge granite columns looking extremely solemn and sacred. The interior of the Pantheon is very spacious, with a dome as high as 43.3 meters. One of the largest unsupported domes in the world. There is an 8.7-meter diameter circular opening in the center of the dome, which is the only light source of the Pantheon. When sunlight shines through this opening into the temple, it forms a circular light spot on the ground. As the sun moves, the light spot also slowly moves on the ground, creating a mysterious and solemn atmosphere. The interior decoration of the Pantheon is very simple, without excessive carvings or paintings, but it gives people a very shocking feeling, making people involuntarily admire the architectural wisdom of the ancient Romans. In addition to these famous relics, Rome has many other places worth visiting. For example, the Trevi Fountain, one of the most famous fountains in Rome, built in 1762, is famous for its exquisite carvings and romantic legends. The main body of the Trevi Fountain is a huge statue of Neptune, surrounded by various mythological figures and animal statues carved exquisitely. Legend has it that if you throw a coin into the fountain with your back to it, you can make a wish to return to Rome. Throwing 2 coins means you can find your ideal true love. Throwing 3 coins means you can get married and live a happy life. So when you come to the Trevi Fountain, don't forget to throw a coin and make a wish. There are also the Spanish Steps and Plaza de España, one of the most popular attractions in Rome and a filming location for the movie Roman Holiday. Located in the center of Rome, Plaza de España is surrounded by various shops, cafes, and restaurants, making it one of the busiest places in Rome. The Spanish Steps have 137 steps built between 1723 and 1725, and are the widest steps in Rome, sitting on the Spanish Steps. You can enjoy the beauty of Rome and see tourists from all over the world, feeling the liveliness and romance of Rome. Rome's food is also very distinctive and must not be missed. First of all, you must try pasta. There are many types of pasta in Rome, such as cacio e pepe, amatriciana, and carbonara, each very delicious. Carbonara is made with eggs, pecorino cheese, bacon, and black pepper, with a rich and mellow taste and a fragrant aroma. Amatriciana is made with tomatoes, bacon, onions, and chili, with a sweet and sour taste that is very appetizing. Cacio e pepe is made with pecorino cheese and black pepper, and although the recipe is simple, the taste is amazing. In addition to pasta, Rome's pizza is also very famous. Rome's pizza is thin crust, crispy in taste, and rich in toppings. For example, margherita pizza is made with tomatoes, mozzarella cheese, and basil leaves with bright colors and delicious taste. It is the color of the Italian flag and is also known as the flag pizza. There is also Italian gelato, one of the most popular desserts in Rome, with a smooth and delicate taste and a rich and mellow flavor. There are many flavors to choose from, such as chocolate, strawberry, vanilla, and pistachio, each very delicious. When you come to Rome, be sure to buy a cone of Italian gelato and enjoy it while walking, feeling the romance and comfort of Rome. These tips must be kept in mind when traveling to Rome. First, most of Rome's attractions are concentrated in the city center, and you can choose to walk or take public transportation, which is very convenient. Second, many attractions require advance reservations, especially the Colosseum and the Pantheon. It is recommended to book online in advance to avoid long queues. Third, there are many pickpockets in Rome, so be sure to keep your belongings safe, especially in crowded places. Fourth, the temperature in Rome is relatively high in summer, so be sure to take sun protection and hydration measures. Fifth, most restaurants in Rome open after 7 p.m. and lunchtime is from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., so be sure to arrange your dining time reasonably. Rome's beauty is a profound yet romantic beauty, a beauty that makes you never want to leave once you come. It has both ancient relics and modern prosperity, delicious food, and a romantic atmosphere. If you like history, culture, and food, Rome is definitely a must-visit place in your life. Here, you will feel the precipitation of history and the charm of culture, and gain a new understanding and perception of the world. Next, I'll recommend a magical place like the surface of the moon, Cappadocia in Turkey. Located in central Turkey, it is one of the most unique landforms in the world and one of Turkey's most famous tourist attractions. Cappadocia's landform is formed by volcanic eruptions, weathering, and erosion, with undulating hills. Strange. When the balloon finally took off, my heart skipped a beat, as the hot air balloon rose slowly. The beautiful scenery of Cappadocia came into view. The undulating hills showed different colors, such as red, yellow, and brown, like a huge oil painting. The strange rock formations were of various shapes, some like mushrooms, some like camels, some like castles, making people have to admire the uncanny craftsmanship of nature. In the deep canyons, you can occasionally see some ancient caves and villages full of mysterious colors. On the hot air balloon, you can feel an unprecedented sense of peace and freedom. The only sounds in your ears are the gentle wind and the sound of the hot air balloon's burner. And everything around you seems so beautiful. When the sun rises, the sunlight shines on the hot air balloons and the earth, making the whole world warm. That romantic atmosphere is really intoxicating. After the flight, the staff will hold a simple and warm celebration ceremony for you, presenting a flight certificate and opening a bottle of champagne, making you feel full of ritual sense. In addition to taking a hot air balloon, Cappadocia has many other places worth visiting. For example, the Gorm Open Air Museum, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of Cappadocia's most famous attractions. The Open Air Museum consists of many ancient cave churches, built between the 4th and 12th centuries as refuges for early Christians. The interiors of the churches are decorated with exquisite murals, mostly depicting stories from the Bible. Despite thousands of years of wind and rain erosion, the murals are still brightly colored and vivid, making them precious treasures of Byzantine art. There is also Uçhisar Castle, the highest point in Cappadocia and one of its most famous landmarks. Built on a huge rock, the castle offers a panoramic view of Cappadocia. Climbing to the top of the castle, you can see the undulating hills, strange rock formations and hot air balloons floating in the sky, with a very spectacular view. The interior of the castle has many caves and passages, where you can explore freely and feel the ancient history and culture. There is also Love Valley, one of the most romantic places in Cappadocia. The rock formations here are very strange, like pairs of embracing lovers, hence the name Love Valley. The scenery of Love Valley is very beautiful, especially at dusk, when the afterglow of the setting sun covers the valley, gilding the rocks with a golden light, romantic and beautiful, making it an ideal spot for couples to take photos. Cappadocia's cave hotels are also very distinctive and a must-try accommodation when visiting Cappadocia. These cave hotels are converted from ancient caves, with exquisite interiors and complete facilities, retaining the original style of the caves while providing a comfortable and convenient accommodation experience. Staying in a cave hotel, you can feel a unique sense of peace and mystery. At night, you can also enjoy the bright starry sky on the hotel's roof. That feeling is really amazing. These tips must be kept in mind when traveling to Cappadocia. First, be sure to book a hot air balloon ride in advance, especially during the peak tourist season when places are very limited. Second, the best time to take a hot air balloon is at sunrise in the morning, when the weather is relatively stable and the scenery is the most beautiful. Third, the temperature difference between day and night in Cappadocia is very large, so be sure to bring a thick coat to avoid catching a cold. Fourth, the ultraviolet intensity in Cappadocia is strong, so be sure to take sun protection measures. Fifth, transportation in Cappadocia is not very convenient, so it is recommended to choose a chartered car or join a local tour group. Cappadocia's beauty is a fantastic yet romantic beauty. A beauty that makes you feel as if you are in a fairy tale world. It has magical and unique natural landscapes, ancient and profound historical culture, and extremely romantic hot air balloon experiences. Every place allows you to feel a different charm. If you like adventure, romance, and exploring the unknown world, Cappadocia is definitely a must-visit place in your life. Here, you will feel the magic and grandeur of nature and gain a new understanding and perception of the world. Finally, I'll recommend the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, the largest and longest coral reef system in the world. Located in northeastern Australia, it stretches for more than 2,000 kilometers, covering an area of over 340,000 square kilometers. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the greatest natural wonders on Earth. Composed of more than 2,900 individual coral reefs and over 900 islands, the Great Barrier Reef has clear sea water, colorful coral reefs, and a rich variety of marine life, making it a paradise for divers and a refreshing underwater world. When you come to the Great Barrier Reef, you will be deeply shocked by its magnificent scenery. From above, the Great Barrier Reef looks like a huge colorful necklace inlaid in the blue ocean. The coral reefs show different colors such as red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. Like a palette knocked over by God, breathtakingly beautiful. If you overlook the Great Barrier Reef by helicopter or seaplane, that soul-stirring feeling is something you will never forget for a lifetime. You can see the clear outline of the coral reefs, marine life shuttling freely between them, and the color of the sea water gradually changing from light blue to dark blue, which is very spectacular. Of course, the most unmissable activities when coming to the Great Barrier Reef are diving and snorkeling. The seawater here is crystal clear with extremely high visibility, reaching more than 20 meters, making it one of the best diving spots in the world. Putting on a diving suit, a diving mask, and a snorkel and diving underwater, you will enter a dreamlike underwater world. The coral reefs here are of various shapes, some like branches, some like flowers, some like mushrooms, colorful and very beautiful. Various marine life lives around the coral reefs, including colorful tropical fish, gentle sea turtles, lively dolphins, and powerful sharks. You can get close to them and feel the magic and beauty of the underwater world. If you can dive, snorkeling is also a great choice. Putting on snorkeling gear and floating on the sea surface, you can clearly see the coral reefs and marine life underwater, feeling like admiring a dynamic underwater oil painting. When I went to the Great Barrier Reef last time, I chose snorkeling. Floating on the sea surface, watching colorful tropical fish swimming around me and beautiful coral reefs blooming underwater. That feeling was really amazing and made me linger. In addition to diving and snorkeling, the Great Barrier Reef has many other interesting activities. For example, taking a glass-bottom boat. You can see the coral reefs and marine life underwater through the glass bottom, feeling the beauty of the underwater world without going into the water. For example, going fishing at sea, you can experience the fun of fishing. And the fish you catch can be cooked by the chef on the boat, allowing you to taste the freshest and most delicious seafood. For example, visiting marine parks. You can see a variety of marine life and watch dolphin shows, sea lion shows, etc., which is very suitable for traveling with children. The islands of the Great Barrier Reef are also very beautiful, each with its own unique characteristics. For example, Green Island, one of the most famous islands in the Great Barrier Reef, is covered with dense tropical rainforests, with white and delicate beaches and clear sea water, making it a perfect place for vacation. You can walk on the island, swim, snorkel, or lie on the beach to sunbathe, enjoying a leisurely and comfortable time. There is also Hamilton Island, one of the largest islands in the Great Barrier Reef, with complete facilities including various hotels, restaurants, and entertainment facilities, making it a great place for family trips. The island is also home to the famous Heart Reef, an iconic attraction of the Great Barrier Reef. From above, it looks like a huge heart, very romantic, making it an ideal spot for couples to take photos. These tips must be kept in mind when traveling to the Great Barrier Reef. First, the best travel time is from May to October every year. During this period, the weather is relatively cool and the sea water is clear, very suitable for diving and snorkeling. Second, be sure to pay attention to safety when diving or snorkeling. Strictly follow the coach's guidance and do not touch the coral reefs or marine life to avoid injury. Third, be sure to take comprehensive sun protection measures, as the ultraviolet intensity at sea is very strong, making it easy to get sunburned. Fourth, choose a regular travel company and boat to ensure the safety and quality of the trip. Fifth, the ecological environment of the Great Barrier Reef is very fragile, so be sure to protect it, do not litter, and do not damage the coral reefs. The beauty of the Great Barrier Reef is a pure yet magical beauty, a beauty that makes you feel the vitality of nature. It is a fantastic feast of the underwater world, a palette knocked over by God, and every place allows you to feel a different charm. If you like the sea, diving, and exploring the underwater world, the Great Barrier Reef is definitely a must-visit place in your life. Here, you will feel the magic and grandeur of nature and gain a new understanding and perception of the world. Well, everyone, that's all for the 6 ultimate tourist destinations I'm sharing with you today. The grandeur of China's Great Wall, the mystery of Egypt's Giza Pyramids, the romantic beauty of India's Taj Mahal, the profound history of Italy's Rome, the fantastic romance of Turkey's Cappadocia, and the pure magic of Australia's Great Barrier Reef. Each place has its own unique charm and is worth experiencing in person. The significance of travel is not about how many attractions you check in, but about feeling different scenery and cultures, broadening your horizons and enriching your life experience. The world is so big and we should travel more. See different scenery, meet different people, and experience different lives. Maybe during the trip, you will encounter unexpected surprises, gain unexpected emotions, and have new thoughts and insights about your life. I hope today's sharing can provide some reference for your travels. And I also hope everyone can have the opportunity to visit the places you love and feel the beauty of the world. If you have other favorite tourist destinations or travel tips to share, welcome to leave a comment in the comment area and we can discuss together. See you in the next episode.